How you doing, everybody? I'm Jacques Mollier here with Jonathan Styles, and you are watching NWA Mountain State Wrestling.
And I tell you what, Jacques, big double main event today. We have a junior heavyweight triple threat match. Sean Cruz taking on Carl and Diablo Jr. in our second match. Tenny puts the TV title on the line against Brian Kyle.
Yes. So I'm telling you, fans, if you like wrestling action, you just tuned into the right channel right here on Fox WV. Don't go anywhere because we have another great show.
Fans, this match is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. First, escorted to the ring by Brian Kyle and King Richard from Princeton, West Virginia, weighing 260 pounds, Derek Billings!
I guess Dynamite Derek Billings is trying to be funny here.
And the opponent from Virginia Beach, Virginia, weighing 180 pounds, the Iceman, Scotty Ray!
The man,
Mark Hudgens, your referee.
Scotty Reigns might be short, but he's no lightweight. Compared to Dynamite Derek Billings, it is the giant versus the shorty.
Well, you know what, Jock? Remember that old phrase, it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog.
But the size matter.
In this case, it could go either way. Scotty Reigns has a lot of tools in his arsenal that will take apart that size advantage very quickly.
Now, a lot of women would say size doesn't matter, but I guess we're just going to have to wait and find out.
This is a family show. Thank you very much. Sorry, fans, about that.
Wait, man, you must have a dirty mind or something. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about Scotty Reigns and Dynamite Derek Billings in the ring right now, Jonathan Styles.
Jeez, thanks, Jock. Anyway, I tell you what, Derek Billings has been on a roll lately. He has said that he will take out any man who gets in his way to collect that bounty. Wow. Now this is where the size advantage does not help Derek Billings. The speed of Scotty Reigns is what's gaining the upper hand here.
Well, you see, Jonathan Styles, I once got into a fight back in the days with a short stuff like Scotty Reigns, and you know what? The height advantage is a big time loss right there. You see, because he's quick and he's short and it's harder to hit.
And the other thing that Scotty Reigns has coming for him is that he's very agile. And if you notice how quickly, fans, he got out of the way to take control of this match.
Scotty Reigns to corner turnbuckle.
Oh yeah, and wait a minute. Arm drag takes down Derek Billings.
What a nice move by Scotty Reigns. Just takes the beast down.
Oh, absolutely. And now Scotty Reigns taking apart, looks like that left elbow and tricep area. Maybe I'm narrowing a little bit too much there, fans. That's what he's working on.
Working on that chest area right there, you know, them kicks right to the center of the sternum.
Absolutely, Jacques. But I got to ask you, I know that we've talked about it many times during my debut here, but if you were in the corner of Scotty Reigns, what are you telling him right now?
You got to tell him to get up. Dynamite Derek Billings needs to get up.
No, Scotty Reigns.
Well, Scotty Reigns, he's another story. You know?
Well, Derek Billings has got enough help.
Scotty Reigns needs to just constantly keep it moving, you know, try to reverse, try to, you know, get on the defensive position and then protect himself. And then when Dynamite Derek Billings messes up, that's when Scotty Reigns should come in for the attack.
And I tell you what, that was probably... Derek Billings is now back up to his feet and just being completely and totally insulting. And Scotty Reigns having none of it.
Yeah, you see, Scotty Reigns are going to fall for that muscle man stuff, you know what I mean? Scotty Reigns is going to show Dynamite Derek Billings who's stronger and who's the best of the best. 2 count by Scotty Reigns.
And Scotty Reigns winning that test of strength there. And wait a minute, pinning combination.
What's Dynamite Derek Billings think he's going to do? He thinks he's going to pin Scotty Reigns like that? No way. Scotty Reigns, it takes a lot for him to get that 3 count on him.
Absolutely. And I tell you, Jacques, the big thing that Derek Billings has going right now is that he's back on his feet. Scotty Reigns really needs to take out a leg and take him off his game.
That's a good idea. You know, if you knock the legs off the giant, he can't really walk, and then they'll even up the size.
Scotty Reigns with another big arm drag. They are using the height advantage he has so that he can be agile and get away from Derek Billings. And now has Derek Billings down on the mat, ladies and gentlemen. Scotty Reigns with that.
Well, Scotty Reigns is trying so hard to get that 3 count, but we all know that's not going to happen because Dynamite Derek Billings, being a former heavyweight champion, you know what I mean. You really have to go all out with this young man, this great athlete right here. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. And Derek Billings has a long history here in Mountain State Wrestling. No stranger to singles or tag gold. And now pinning Scotty Reigns very nonchalantly, ladies and gentlemen, as Derek Billings puts knees to the midsection.
Well, let's not forget about Scotty Reigns now, you know what I mean? Week after week, Scotty Reigns is in that ring, doing his thing, you know what I mean, winning these matches, and most likely, you know, getting his beat down like what Dynamite Derek Billings just viciously drop-kicked Scotty Reigns, completely knocked him out. Is it over? No!
Well, you gotta look, Derek Billings not using any of his upper body strength to keep those shoulders down on the mat, not hooking any sort of leg, not applying almost any weight, thinking that he's gonna get a victory that way. And now Scotty Reigns educating Derek Billings on why you do not show him disrespect.
There you go. Oh, this don't look good. The feet to the ceiling.
Derek Billings suplexing Scotty Reigns. 5 minutes has elapsed in the match. 5 minutes remaining.
Now, fans, you actually see the feet touching the ceiling because I know I did. That is the height advantage here that Dynamite Derek Billings got on Scotty Reigns.
Yep, and fans, you don't want to go anywhere after this. That new tag team, Hard Arrogance, will be taking on Robbie Cruz and Mr. Muscle. And Derek Billings taking advantage of our new referee here.
Yeah,
taking him out of position, which allows the Gift Garage to get the upper hand against Scotty Reigns.
Good way of putting it, John Styles. Taking advantage of the new referee. And the new guy I don't know, you know what I mean? That's why you got to watch out. Whenever the new guy is hired, you better watch out because a lot of people are going to try to take advantage.
Absolutely. Mark Hudgens has had his work cut out for him in this match. And now Derek Billings with a reverse chin lock applied.
He's tapping. Scotty Reigns is tapping.
I think Scotty Reigns is more trying to loosen than tapping.
Looks like he's tapping to me.
6 minutes has elapsed in the match. 4 minutes remaining.
How come the referee didn't end the match?
Well, you got to think.
He's tapped out.
Well, you got to remember, Mark Hutchins does have the referee's discretion. And a huge power slam by Derek Billings.
Did you see the lightning speed of Dynamite Derek Billings? That's it. It's over. Yes, no. 2 count.
Derek Billings has to understand when you use large power maneuvers like that power slam with that speed and with that strength, if you go nonchalant, if you go lackadaisical, you are not going to get the victory.
Look what Dynamite Derek Billings doing. He's still choking Scotty Reigns while talking to the referee.
Again, Mark Hudgens out of position, unfortunately.
Wow. Following the vicious kick right to the gut. Man, I don't know how Scott Reigns is going to do it, but you know what, though? Scotty Reigns is a smart athlete. He's a good wrestler.
Oh, wow. Oh, Scotty Reigns going for the pin.
Oh, wow. Scotty Reigns is getting yoked up by Dynamite.
Wait a minute, Derek Billings choking. This could be it, the DOA. Yes!
To the fans that don't know, the DOA is dead on arrival.
But Derek Billings telling me he is not done now.
Well, after that vicious super kick that Scotty Reigns did, I don't blame Dynamite Derek Billings for torturing Scotty Reigns.
Well, I have to, ladies and gentlemen, because if Derek Billings was a wise man, oh my God, a second DOA.
You see, you gotta double do it with this guy because what Scotty Reigns is gonna do, he's just gonna kick out.
Wait a minute, where is King Richard going? No, he is not. Ring the bell. What's the deal there?
You can't continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee has decided that Scotty Reigns cannot continue. Therefore, your victor, Derek Billings.
The man has already made his decision that he cannot continue. What are these guys doing?
Well, I'll tell you what they're doing. They're showing why they're attempting to take over Mountain State Wrestling by putting Scotty Reigns Looks like through a chair. No, my God! Where's Leonard Sims? Where's Larry Light? That DOA into the chair.
That's a steel chair, everybody. I mean, you know, that's not made out of plastic right there.
I tell you what, Derek Billings must not like money because he's going to be fined heavily by Larry Light for doing that.
He's twitching. The man is twitching.
Oh my God, fans, if you got kids at home, cover their eyes. Wait a minute, here comes Stroh.
You know, luckily the straw came out, because if the straw didn't come out, and if all they needed to do was just apply a leg drop to that chair right there, and that would have snapped the neck of Scotty Rains and
broke the windpipe. Could have been a number of things, Jock.
These guys probably would have went to jail or prison, you know, for life, for killing somebody. I tell you, Shane is trying to sneak up in there and get the straw.
King Richard trying to get a little bit there, but Stroh coming out and saving the day.
I don't know. Maybe we should go out there and help him.
Poor Scotty Rains. He's in some serious pain here.
He's twitching.
Now, is that not the pot calling the kettle black, Jock?
I've had enough! We don't care. Shut up, bad boy! We're not talking. Hey, Queen! You keep your mouth shut, kid! I'll shut your mouth! Come on, son. Get that camera on me! It's enough! I'm sick and tired of what you guys are doing! You guys have to put somebody out! That's what we do! That's one of my best friends, Scott Rains! And for your information, he's one heck of a wrestler, pal! No, he's not. He beat shit of you on the... Like he just did! Look at him! He can whipped cream laying there right now. He may not, but I can. And let me tell you something, Jack. You want me to hit man the group? You want me putting people out of commission? Yeah, baby. Well, jump on this, pal. Jump on it. I'm tired of
Stroh's gonna get him.
Stroh definitely having some strong words for the gift garage.
I'll tell you how we can sell this.
You go! You girls ain't got the jump to do nothing.
Next week,
You
and me in the street fight.
What? Stroh taking on all three members of the gift garage in a street fight.
There's no rules. We can fight in the ring. We can fight at ringside. We can go fight in that locker room. My God, we can go outside and beat the crap out of each other. I don't care. Shut your mouth, boy. Shut up. Shut your stinking mouth. You just back there behind you. Shut up. Hey, come on. I'll slap you by the names, bro. Shut up.
Back to the 80s. Stroh completely seeing red out there.
Hey, I got this story. You're pretty too good for spot. I want your tail. Next week, street fight. Bring it, because you know me and my people will bring it. Ooh, la, la.
Wow, amazing. You heard it yourself from the maestro of wrestling. Next week, everybody, a street fight between the Stroh, Dynamite, Derek Billings, and Brian Kyle, and King Richard, the gift garage.
Hold on, come on. Come on. You get it close, I'll knock all you out.
Maestro,
That's my name, don't wear it out.
you want me in a street fight?
Yeah, come on.
He's got a death.
Right now.
He's got a death.
He started when he said it.
Hey, nobody's talking to you.
Well, I'm told.
Shut up!
No!
Are you sure you're here to take that?
Piss off.
I can take anything you got, pal, including your mama. Come on.
Wow, strong words from the Stroh.
Let's get out the moments because we just got out
I'm gonna
the
beat
Don't
you.
say it.
Oh,
Girls, bring it.
I'm gonna beat you outside the ring, outside the parking lot.
You
It
ain't
doesn't
gonna do
matter
nothing.
because your day is over. I'm gonna send you back
We're the
to the
new breed.
retirement home
You ain't-
where you
It's over, right? I'm gonna be over on top of you, beat the crap out of you, pal.
Listen, it's a new age.
We're the new
It's a new era, and it's called gift garage.
And it sucks.
Choice wars by Stro about gift garage.
There you have it, everybody. You want to tune in next week, definitely, because there will be a street fight right here in NWA, Mountain State Wrestling.
Derek Billings and Stro, street fight. You don't want to miss it. Hard Arrogance will be up next. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
West Virginia has some of the strongest consumer credit protection laws in the nation. If you have been receiving multiple phone calls from debt collectors, credit card companies, and even other law firms trying to collect a debt from you or a family member, you may be entitled to compensation. Call Wesley White for a free case evaluation to see if your rights have been violated by unfair debt collection. We'll get you compensated. We'll stop the phone calls. Call Wesley today at 304-664-9201.
April 17th, Alderson, West Virginia, baby. Everybody come on out and check out one of the greatest tag teams in the MSW today. Fellas, come on down and please bring your girlfriends. Tell them about it, Double A.
That's right. Ladies, come on down because Hard Arrogance is here to stay. April 17th, Alderson, West Virginia. Be there and watch Hard Arrogance dominate.
That's it, baby. Yeah.
Saturday, May 1st. Fallsview. That's where I won that. Hard victory. Every challenger, any night, anytime, any place, anywhere. Bring them all. I'm not going to turn them down. I want all competition. This belt, put it on the line. Match, doesn't matter the match. Pick any match you want. Make me happy. Just step in the ring and don't be scared. Come to Fallsview and see the real champ.
Fans, this tag match is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. First, from Roanoke, Virginia, weighing 220 pounds, Robbie Cruz. And his tag team partner at a parts and weight unknown, Mr. Muscle. And their opponents from Savannah, Georgia, weighing 480 pounds, Hard Body Brock, Arrogant Eric, Hard Arrogance.
Hard Arrogance. Now I know why they call him Hard Arrogance.
Mark Hudgens, your referee.
They're arrogant. What's the definition of arrogant, Jonathan Styles?
Well, arrogant is something like a narcissistical term. I mean, you just think that you're better than anybody else. You just,
cocky.
Cocky is a great way to describe
Stuck up. Stubborn.
Jock, put that thesaurus away. Quit cheating over there.
Well, let's see how these guys do. I seen them last week. Not only did I see them last week, I seen them the week before. And they do all right. These guys are pretty good, but we'll see what happens. We'll leave the fans to decide what Hard Arrogance is all about.
Well, not only their fans, but their opponents, Jock. The fact that they have wrestled the Urban Death Squad on at least 2 occasions, one time taking the loss after almost gaining a victory over the Urban Death Squad, and then the second time with a time limit draw, and now Mr. Muscle putting Hard Body Brock into the corner. Hard Body Brock claiming to be the ladies' man of the two. At least that is what he told me when Eric wasn't around.
Mr. Muscle smacking the ribs of Hard Body Brock, but it seems like no effect. Who's got the real muscles, Mr. Muscle or Hard Body Brock? That's a good question, right?
Absolutely.
That's what this match is about.
Absolutely. Great question. And now, Hard Body Brock, collar elbow tie up, Mr. Muscle moving him towards the corner, and Hard Body Brock putting Mr. Muscle into the corner. Trying to get a cheap shot in there.
Well, it looks like Hard Body is trying to get Mr. Muscle back here from what Mr. Muscle did to him a few seconds ago. But this time with a punch instead of a palm.
And Mr. Muscle claiming that his mask was pulled. And Hard Body Brock not claiming it. Third collar elbow tie up now. And Mr. Muscle Ooh, wait a minute. Hard Body Brock reversing and slapping the mask, showing total disrespect to Mr. Muscle.
Mr. Muscle is trying so hard to distract the referee here so he can, you know, form his strategy here, his plot. Hard Body working on that left arm right now. What's going to be Mr. Muscle's excuse now, huh, Jonathan?
And Hard Body Brock with a wrist lock. Oh! And I got to disagree with what his strategies were there, fans. Robbie Cruz could have easily gotten the tag and changed the momentum of this match. This is where the tag team lacks the experience of cutting that ring off and separating the tag teams.
Mr. Muscle just poked Arrogant right in the eye. Man, Robbie Cruz didn't see that one coming.
The armbar now applied by Arrogant Eric. Like I was saying, Jock, they really have to learn to cut off that ring and keep the fresh man out so that they can gain a victory much easier.
Well, Hard Body, Arrogant, they are working together so far so good, tagging each other in, one after another.
Absolutely, the fresh tags are extremely important in any type of match like this.
Can Robbie Cruz make the tag? He's off the ropes.
Jump leapfrog. And, oh, wow, hip toss takes Robbie Cruz down to the mat. Hard Body Brock really showing off his agility with that leapfrog there.
Oh, there you go. Robbie Cruz coming back now. About to hit the ref. What's up with that, huh?
Thumb to the eye, Robbie Cruz using the simple tactics, but Hard Body Brock having none of it with an arm drag takedown puts Mr. Muscle back onto the mat.
You know, Mr. Muscle is just taking it easy right now. You know, if you ask me, I think he's trying to, you know, soften up the body of Hard Body Brock. He's off the ropes.
Well, that's misses the clothesline and hits Mr. Muscle with a big elbow.
That was a nice elbow by Hard Body. Makes the tag. Arrogant in the ring now. Working on that left arm. Uh-oh, what's Mr. Muscle playing?
Mr. Muscle's putting him into the corner so Robbie Cruz can try to get the tag in. Oh, Mr. Muscle just taking advantage of that corner and bringing in Robbie Cruz.
Let's see, Robbie Cruz now looks like he's gonna slaughter Arrogant Eric. Oh, what a kick to the lower back.
Robbie Cruz, no stranger to tag team wrestling either. One half of Cruz Control, usually seen tagging with his brother Sean Cruz.
Well, tonight it's a different story. It's Mr. Muscle and Robbie Cruz working together. Arrogant looks like he's just being stretched. He's trying to get out. It looks like he's almost got it.
And I tell you, Mr. Muscle has adapted his style very well to the tag team. And Cruz just pulling Arrogant Eric down by the hair.
That's the anger of Robbie Cruz right there. Just working on that lower back. Mr. Muscle with the
kick to the midsection.
Yes, kick right there to the section. Arrogant Eric is looking pretty bad right now.
Mr. Muscle claiming he used an open hand, which fans, if you had it from that day, I probably would have totally disagreed with. 5 minutes has elapsed in the match. 5 minutes remaining.
Let's see.
Oh, great chop.
Even Hard Body felt that. Ooh. Listen. Did you hear that?
Oh, absolutely.
Did you hear that echo?
Oh, and Mr. Muscle dragging the knee across the face of Arrogant Eric.
Arrogant kicks out after 2. I was for sure Mr. Muscle was gonna get the 3 count.
And unfortunately, this is where the inexperience of Hard Arrogance comes in. They're so hot-headed and want to get in there, and the referee stops them from coming in, allowing Robbie Cruz to take advantage.
Yes.
And puts Arrogant Eric down on the mat.
Looks like Arrogant's got some strength, you know, just completely throws Robbie Cruz off him like a featherweight. There we go.
6 minutes has elapsed in the match. 4 minutes remaining.
Let's see. Robbie choking Arrogant. Throws him out of the ring. There we go. That distraction once again.
And
Oh,
Mr.
no.
Muscle suplexing Arrogant Eric on the outside. You got to think there's some major spinal damage there.
He's working on that back, you know. Robbie and Mr. Muscle, that's what they're doing. They're working on Arrogant's back. You know, that back, it's painful. I mean, if anybody with back pains would know that it hurts really bad. Oh, foot on the rope. For a second there. If that rope wasn't there, Arrogant would have been done. Hard body Brock and Arrogant Eric.
And tag brings Mr. Muscle back in. 7 minutes has elapsed in the match, 3 minutes remaining. And Jock, it looks at this point like it's all Mr. Muscle and Robbie Cruz. And a sleeper applied by Mr. Muscle to Arrogant Eric.
Let's see.
Come on, Eric.
Arrogant is bleeding. I don't know if the fans can see it. Mr. Muscle off the ropes.
But wait a minute, sleeper of his own. Arrogant Eric looks like he's got something going here, fans. This could be it. Oh, jawbreaker by Mr. Muscle, though.
Yes, that's it. Mr. Muscle just did the trick. Arrogant Eric is done. He ain't getting up.
Both men are down. It'll be interesting to see which man reaches their partner first. Will it be Mr. Muscle? Yes, he does make the tag, and here comes Hard Body Brock.
Oh, Hard Body. Just going all out. Clotheslines.
Hard Body Brock like a house of fire out there. 8 minutes has elapsed for the match. 2 minutes remaining.
Let's see. What's Eric and Hard Body going to be doing here? Let's see. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, ramming them into each other. Wait a minute. They're saying they're going to get them up. I've heard about this. This is their big finishing maneuver. They're still working on the name for it, they told me. But the suplex into... Oh, wow.
That's it. Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, Hard Arrogance!
Hard Arrogance, the winners. Hard Body Brock and Arrogant Eric. Arrogant Eric didn't look like he was going to survive in this match, but he did. They finished Robbie Cruz off with the signature move, and now they have the victory.
Yep, and I tell you what, Jock, I can't wait to get a word with these guys about the victory. And I'm sure they're got to be on cloud nine right now. Their first victory on Mountain State Wrestling Television.
We're going to try to get a word with them, Jock. Go right ahead, Jonathan Styles. Get a word from these guys right here.
Come on down, baby.
Hard Arrogance, congratulations on your first victory on Mountain State Wrestling TV.
That's how you do it, baby. Everybody in the back better take a good look at what just happened. Because this is only the beginning, baby. We have just started. Tell them about it, Double A.
I think Double A is a little bit speechless.
Urban Death Squad. What?
Here we go.
What?
Here we go.
Say what
you got to say, all
What I was getting ready to say was,
Go ahead and say it.
we've tangled with you in the past. You got the better of us once, which had you a little bit to get it. Last week, we took you two to the limit. And I can guarantee you, if we'd have had at least, I don't know, 15, 20 more seconds, we'd have beat you.
And you know it. And you know it, you little weasel. Don't you shake your head at me. I'll smack the
So what I want you to do is I want you to go to the back, get those tag team titles, get some polishers and a napkin, and I want you to shine them up real good. Because it won't be long before Hard Arrogance are the new MSW tag team.
That's right, baby.
Hey, you know what? It's not confidence. Hell, it's not even cockiness. It's just hard arrogance.
That's right. So what you got to say? Urban Death Squad. Do we got our rematch?
Are you done? Are you done?
Take the floor, baby.
Are you done?
Everybody else go on. Any response?
You know, come out here and run your mouth. You really don't know nothing. We've been around for how long? What, 10?
Too long, baby.
years? We've been up and down the road. And I
I'll be daggone if we're going to lose anything that we have, especially gold, to a couple of punks. Just because of extra reps, this isn't pretty muscle, this is work muscle. I didn't get this smile helping old ladies across the street. I got this in bar fights, fighting band, fighting down the street. Anytime we want to.
Look, fellas, we've had more titles than you have when you've had matches. So you can stand out here and run your mouth all you want to. The proof's in the pudding. We're the champs.
Yeah! You know what? You're right. We are just out here spouting our mouths off. We're just talking. That's all we're doing. We just had, a pretty hard matchup, but I think we got a little bit left in the tank. So if y'all are as good as y'all say you are, and you're willing to put those belts up against two young punks, then why don't we do that right now? Yeah?
Oh, come on! Let's do it! Come on!
They gonna do it?
Are they full? What are they full of? You boys think you full? Let's do it!
I tell you what, Arrogant Eric getting the best of Johnny Blast and Spider Crowley, Urban Death Squad, and UDS making their way to the ring.
I don't know. It has to be official here. Let's find out what these guys are planning. Hard Arrogance, amped up.
Wait a minute, of course. I tell you, Urban Death Squad psyching out Hard Arrogance. Fans, this junior heavyweight championship match is scheduled for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. First, from the Asylum, weighing bigger than a bread box and heavier than a cinder block, Carl! And from Mexico City, Mexico, weighing 165 pounds, Diablo Jr. And from Roanoke, Virginia, weighing a whopping 350 pounds, he is the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion, Sean Cruz.
All right. The junior heavyweight title is on the line. Carl, the champion right now. Or will it be Diablo Jr. the champion?
Well, that's where the interesting thing comes in with a triple threat match, Jock. The first man to gain the victory is the champion.
But if you let these fans know what's going on right now, your current NWA Mountain State Junior Heavyweight Champion is Sean Cruz. Now, Carl and Diablo Jr. are former Junior Heavyweight Champions.
Absolutely, and you know what's interesting? Not only do all of these men have history as a single competitor, but as tag teams as well. The Demented Duo taking on Diablo and Ryan Edmonds. The Demented Duo taking on Diablo and the Urban and Johnny Blast. The Demented Duo taking on the Cruise Control. The combinations are endless, Jock.
Well, what I'm thinking right now is Robbie Cruz is out there in that ring right now, and he's got help. So Sean Cruz is
at a severe disadvantage.
Yes.
Well, and as I was going to say, Jock, as you remember, Carl and J.C. Dykes Jr. sitting just a short time ago. I had the chance to talk to Carl. He wanted to pay me for the dry clean for my jacket tonight. I thought it was very great until he tried to pay me with Pez and Sprees.
Oh yeah, did you accept it?
Of course I did. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen.
What a big boot right to the head of Diablo Jr. Oh, Diablo right into Carl.
Oh, and now Sean Cruz taking advantage with the splash, and Carl headbutting the midsection of Diablo Jr. And here's the really disadvantage for Sean Cruz, which is why he needs to put this match away as quickly as possible. He does not have to be pinned to lose the title.
Well, if Sean Cruz gets the pin count, he'll win this match. But if Carl gets the pin count, for example, on Diablo Jr., then Carl is going to get this match right here.
Yeah, and in fact, it was in this very building in Mullins where Carl first got sight of that junior heavyweight title and became infatuated with it. To the point where he knew that he wanted to win it. And Sean Cruz completely nauseous, and I really can't blame him there.
The junior heavyweight champion needs to get back in the game here before Diablo Jr. wins the match.
Diablo Jr. with the clothesline. And now Diablo Jr. down on the mat as Sean Cruz is back in there to gain control with a suplex.
Let's see, Diablo Jr. almost hitting the ceiling.
And he's just hanging there as that blood flows to the top of his head.
It's over. Still remaining junior heavyweight champion. But Diablo Jr. kicks out. It was only a 2 count, everybody.
Carl standing behind Robbie Cruz so methodically, and Russian leg sweep by Carl. And Carl going with that pin.
Oh man, Diablo Jr. could even break up that count right there. Carl, frustrated, seems very disfigured right now.
And Carl looks like he's going to go for his signature headbutt. That headbutt so hard. And I know that Carl has spoke time and time again about his influences, like Jimmy the Superfly Snuka using that headbutt, and Diablo with a headbutt of his own, but completely and totally discombobulated.
Looks like Diablo Jr. is gonna lose. No. Sean Cruz kicks Carl right in that hard head, but breaks it up, so the match is still gone.
And Sean Cruz now picking up Diablo Jr. as looks like Carl's trying to find his marbles. Irish whip off the ropes and spinning kick by Sean Cruz.
Nice move. Can Sean Cruz get it? No.
No.
Oh, breaks it up.
Carl very lucky to be in the right place at the right time to grab that foot and break up that pin count.
Oh, yes. Oh, man. Sean Cruz just doesn't learn his lesson. Carl has that hard rock head, and, you know, you would think you would learn, but I guess Sean Cruz is going to have to learn the hard way.
Absolutely. And wow, wait a minute. Carl with a reverse chin lock, and Diablo putting on a submission maneuver of his own to put Carl to sleep.
Well, you could see, everybody, that there's a 3-way submission going on right now. Sean Cruz breaks the lock. Can Carl break the lock?
And now, wait a minute, and now a sleeper by Sean Cruz reversing the disadvantage that he had. And wait a minute, and now Carl with a sleeper of his own. This is just continuously going. It's like a game of leapfrog, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a triple sleeper.
Oh, and
double jawbreaker, right?
Double jawbreaker by Diablo Jr. breaking up both men, getting some sort of ripple effect there, and going for the pin.
Is it over? No. Sean Cruz kicks.
5 minutes has elapsed in the match. 5 minutes.
These guys are doing a very good job breaking up the counts here, because if they weren't breaking up these counts, they would have already been a new junior heavyweight champion by now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And now Diablo Jr. getting ready to whip Carl off the ropes. Carl with the reversal. Oh, a big clothesline. Robbie Cruz trying to give some advice to his brother, Sean.
Let's see here.
And Carl now just going on the offensive, ladies and gentlemen. And picking up, oh, wait a minute. Looks like Sean Cruz kicked the knee there and trying to take the wheel of Carl right out from underneath him off the ropes. Here comes Sean Cruz, and Sean Cruz takes Carl right down to the mat, ladies and gentlemen. And Sean Cruz now, oh,
just Diablo Jr. pointing to Carl, you know.
Ooh. Sean Cruz with some sort of ankle lock, it looks like, applied, trying to get a submission out of Carl, but Diablo Jr. dropping the elbow right to the throat area of Carl to continue the punishment towards him.
Sean looks a little dizzy right now. Ooh, Diablo Jr. with the hits and attacks right to the gut.
Oh, elbows to the midsection. Diablo Jr. going on the offensive. Irish whip into the corner goes Sean Cruz. And big Big splash by Diablo Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
Shawn Cruz is down to the center of the ring. Carl is going to steal the pin count. It's going.
Oh no! Diablo Jr. with a drop kick to break it up.
Wow. That was something right there. Diablo Jr. just thought fast on that, and he has quick thinking. And,
oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry to cut you off there, Jock. It looks like Shawn Cruz going for the power bomb. No, wait a minute. Diablo Jr. powering out and throwing Shawn Cruz down to the mat.
Yes.
Reversing the potential power bomb.
The junior heavyweight champion is not looking really good right now. Carl and Diablo, on the other hand, are looking just as good as Shawn Cruz.
And Carl now putting Diablo in the corner. Carl coming in with a splash of his own. Could we see the Psycho Crusher, his signature move, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, it looks like Carl is making his way to the rope.
450 elbow. Well, it was a 450, and it was an elbow. He didn't say it was going to be combined, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's his thing right there. You know, 450 elbow. Oh, kick to the head. Shawn Cruz looks like he's doing his thing out there right now.
Shawn Cruz whipping Carl into the ropes, coming off, and kicks Carl square to the face.
Yes, Carl sure did feel that right there.
And Carl claiming that...
all right, it's over. Shawn Cruz is going to end this match, ladies and gentlemen.
Shawn Cruz hitting Diablo Jr. in the face, coming off the ropes. Irish whip and picking up and slamming Diablo Jr. down to the mat.
That's it, it's over. No, Diablo Jr. kicks out. I guess Shawn Cruz said it was over, but I guess not.
Oh, and the knee.
What's the old saying?
Beginning to ail Shawn Cruz.
What's the old saying? It's not over till the fat lady sings?
Absolutely, Jock. I tell you what, Carl taking advantage when he heard the fact that Robbie was complaining, or excuse me, Shawn was complaining to Robbie about his knee. Oh, wait a minute, make a wish, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, wow.
The split. Oh, wow. All right.
Now, Diablo Jr. being the tactician that he is, taking clear advantage. Having Carl on the mat. No, I thought that could have been it, ladies and gentlemen.
That was a close one. We almost had a new junior heavyweight champion.
Yep, and Diablo Jr. going into the corner and off with a leg drop.
Yes. Oh, Shawn breaks it up. Shawn just breaks up the count.
And Shawn ensuring that the junior heavyweight title does not go around anybody else's waist. And Diablo Jr. fighting back. And Irish whip off the ropes, and drop kick by Diablo Jr., ladies and gentlemen.
What a nice drop kick by Diablo Jr.
10 minutes has elapsed in the match, 5 minutes remaining.
You know, I'm wondering who is gonna be the junior heavyweight champion. Will Shawn Cruz remain the junior heavyweight?
And you gotta wonder, with that headbutt that Diablo is doing to Carl, Jacques, is that doing more damage than it is benefit to Diablo Jr.?
I say Diablo Jr. knows what he's doing, you know, or not. I mean, it all depends. We'll see what happens.
Wait a minute, figure four leg lock applied by Carl.
Diablo Jr. is going to tap out.
No, Shawn Cruz with a headbutt. But it looks like that was counterproductive because he hit the head of Carl.
Wow. I don't know if anybody's ever been put in a figure four. Is it over? Shawn Cruz wins? No.
11 minutes has elapsed in the match, 4 minutes remaining. And I tell you what, Jock, you were talking about that figure four. That is probably one of the most painful ways to get your legs stretched out. And Carl with a headbutt. And Irish whip off the ropes. Cruz reversing. Oh, inverted atomic drop.
That don't tickle.
And, oh, wait. Oh, clothesline by Cruz.
Nice reverse by Shawn Cruz.
And Shawn Cruz now picking Diablo Jr. up and, oh, boot. Straight to the head.
That's it. Shawn Cruz is the winner of this match. The junior heavyweight champion is showing why he's the champion. What's the referee doing? He's checking out the
Wait a minute, Robbie
of
Cruz.
Diablo Jr.
And Robbie Cruz trying to hand something. It looks like, oh no, he's handcuffing Carl to the rope. 12 minutes has elapsed in the match, 3 minutes remaining. And Carl is handcuffed by Robbie Cruz, which evens this match to a singles match in one sense of the word.
This don't look good for Carl.
No, it doesn't.
I don't know how Sean Cruz is going to make the pin count on Carl. He's going to make it on Diablo.
Well, he doesn't have to, and that's the thing. Now, wait a minute, Schoolboy! The winner of the match and new junior heavyweight champion, Diablo Jr.
It looks like Tenny is...
No! You're a liar! That's my belt!
Diablo Jr. becoming a two-time junior heavyweight champion. I hope to get a word with Diablo Jr. after we get this pandemonium cleared out. And you're absolutely right, Jock. Tenny saving Carl and allowing Carl to be free and take his licks against Sean Cruz, and Diablo Jr. showing a sign of good sportsmanship here.
There you go, everybody. That's how it's done. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new NWA Mountain State Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion, Diablo Jr. Yes, he earned it, everybody. Carl couldn't do it, and Sean Cruz couldn't remain the Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Diablo Jr., congratulations on becoming a two-time Junior Heavyweight Champion. What do you think, Mike?
I'm thinking that I'm the champ, and there ain't nobody in this state or any other that's going to take my title. I am the best junior heavyweight, and I just proved it.
Fans, don't go anywhere.
As you just witnessed, once again, I am the NWA Mountain State Wrestling Junior Heavyweight Champion. I told you and I told the world there's only one junior heavyweight that means something, that's me. And there's a lot of guys in this division. This division is going to take over West Virginia. The junior heavyweights were high-paced, competitive athletes, but there's only one true junior heavyweight, and that's me, the champ.
April 17th in Alderson, West Virginia. The last time I was in Alderson, I challenged your cops to come get me. I know I got charges. Come get me.
Saturday, May 1st, Falls View, Urban Death Squad, and NWA Mountain State are coming to town. You can tell by this highly professional microphone I have in my hands that they've spared no expense, and we're sparing no expense either, and we're not sparing any feelings either, are we?
Nope, you're in trouble. You know why? Because I'm crazy and he just doesn't care.
This match is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit, and is for the NWA Mountain State Wrestling television title. First, the challenger from Princeton, West Virginia, weighing 225 pounds, Brian Kyle. And his opponent from Charleston, West Virginia, weighing 210 pounds. He is the NWA Mountain State Wrestling television champion, Tenny.
All right. Ring the bell. There we go. Brian Kyle and Tenny. Right now, you are watching NWA Mountain State Wrestling. I'm Jacques Moir here with Johnson Styles. This is our main event for this hour. Tenny in there in the ring right now with Brian Kyle. Tenny got a broken hand, suffering from a right hand injury, and still in there right now doing his thing.
And I tell you what, Tenny using a strong mixed martial arts style, bringing Brian Kyle down to the mat and just going to work on him and keeping him down there. If you've ever seen an MMA fight, Jock, that's exactly what you want to do, so you can either knock out your opponent or make him submit.
Well, you see, I got to give it up to Tenny. He's going in there with a broken right hand. You know what I mean? Brian Kyle just keeps kicking it. I mean, you know, the man's got to be insane. I mean, who in their right mind is going to, you know, fight somebody with a broken hand?
Well, I tell you what, I know that how much that title has meant to Tenny. I mean, you go losing the #1 contendership almost a year ago under controversial circumstances to TR Superstar. Oh, pinning combination there. I thought he had it, ladies and gentlemen. To working your way up the ladder, to getting that training, to redeveloping yourself, to adding a knockout punch to your arsenal, to almost winning the television title in Rand, West Virginia, and now he is the TV champion. There was no way he was going to lose, send it home, take a loss, and forfeit the title.
Well, I don't know how Tenny's going to do this right here. I mean, he's got 2 legs, he's got one other arm, yes, but that right arm is definitely going to be his disadvantage right now. I mean, maybe he can throw some elbows, you know, throw some kicks or something. Wow, Brian Kyle just kicking the back of Tenny. You actually can hear that.
Oh, Brian Kyle with a big clothesline knocks Tenny down, going for the pin.
It's over. No! Tenny kicks out.
The arrogance of Brian Kyle still bumfuddles me. You would figure.
He told you to shut up, man. Are you going to shut up?
I can't because none of them won't pay me the big bucks he does if I shut my mouth. But the bottom line is, covers like that are not going to make you the television champion.
Hey, if you're getting paid the big bucks, then how come I'm not?
And moving on, ladies and gentlemen, I have Brian Kyle with a big boot.
Wow, what a big boot right to the face of Tenny.
And Brian Kyle with an elbow.
Oh yeah, Brian Kyle's got this match right here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a new television champion, Brian Kyle. There's no way Tenny can do it. I mean, it's pretty much impossible.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've seen Tenny come out of tougher situations. He is army strong, ladies and gentlemen. And coming off the ropes, sunset flip.
Oh, Brian Kyle breaks up the count.
Oh, that's a clothesline.
Woo. Man, that was the knockout clothesline right there. It's over. No. Come on. Tenny kicks out. I don't know what Brian Kyle's going to do here, but he's going to have to finish off Tenny here fast.
And Brian Kyle now. Oh. Wow.
Man, look at that.
Just going to work on the jawbone of Dwayne Tenny.
Yes, that jaw hinge is real sensitive right there, a neutralizer. You know, can knock out any individual right there. You know, it's not even the part of the temple or anything. It's just connected right there to the jaw. And, you know, I don't know if you ever heard of the old saying, you know, glass jaw.
Yeah, shocking.
But I don't think Tenny's got a glass jaw, because if he did, he wouldn't be getting up right now.
I got it. Oh, wow. Double clothesline takes both men down. Jock, I got to ask you, you're talking about glass jaws and fighting, your some sort of knowledge there. Does that go back to your days at Staten Island, New York?
Goes back to my days period, Jonathan Styles. You know, I've been hit plenty of times, and thank God that I've never been knocked out before. You know, Brian Kyle back up on his feet.
And wait a minute, Tenny, trying for the knockout punch, but not completely knocking Brian Kyle out. Again, that hand is not 100%.
I can't believe it. Tenny just, he's going to injure himself, you know, he's going to make his hand worse than what it already is right now.
Well, Tenny is trying to put away and have that victory and trying for the knockout punch again, and he does, and you got to think that parts of that hand have to be broken now. 5 minutes has elapsed in the match, 5 minutes remaining.
Ring the bell.
Wait a minute.
Brian Kyle's foot was on the rope.
The winner of the match, and still television champion, Tenny!
I guess the referee didn't see Brian Kyle's foot on the rope.
Well, Jock, that is the referee's discretion. I mean, this is going to be one that is definitely put down in controversial fashion. Brian Kyle did have his foot on the ropes, which normally indicates a breakup of the pinfall, but the referee out of position and gives the victory to Tenny.
Who's in there? I go to the bathroom. Oh. Hey, guys, look. Yeah. I'm just trying to stand here, get in this restroom. Some idiot won't get out of there. He's been there for an hour. Yo. You guys go find Frank Parker and take him out. You got it, baby. Let's go. He's done. Then we'll kill you, Frank Parker. Get a hold of you. Let's just gotta get out of this bath. Ah! Ah!
Piece of trash.
Whoa. Ricky. What happened? What happened? You okay?
Ah!
What happened to you? So you were on the crappy end of something.
Where was you at?
Where's finding Frank Parker, bro?
I found him, and he stuck my head in that commode.
Oh, dude, yeah, he did. Oh.
What do you mean?
Sorry, bro.
Forget y'all, man.
Come on,
Ricky. Brother.
West Virginia has some of the strongest consumer credit protection laws in the nation. If you have been receiving multiple phone calls from debt collectors, credit card companies, and even other law firms trying to collect a debt from you or a family member, you may be entitled to compensation. Call Wesley White for a free case evaluation to see if your rights have been violated by unfair debt collection. We'll get you compensated. We'll stop the phone calls. Call Wesley today at 304-664-9201.
I tell you what, fans, this has been a great hour. I guarantee you that is not the last time we will see these two put together because of the fact that he is going to go to Larry Light and plead his case. We saw Hard Arrogance with their first victory. You can see a tag team title shot in their future. Fans, tune in next week. You don't want to miss any of it. Don't forget to go to mountainstatewrestling.com, download those order forms, and get March Madness 2.
I'm Jacques Mollier here with Jonathan Styles, and remember, there's no doubt to shout out about NWA Mountain State Wrestling.